Take it, folk of a sheep, and sign a share for me. What a fraud. Hello everyone, and peace of Christ to all of you. Please invite your friends. Today our topic is about an article published by an American magazine. It's called Newsweek. Now the one who published the article is a very well-known person. This guy, he do nothing except promoting Islam. His name is Greg Constantine. So this guy, he said, can the power of a prayer alone stop corona? And then he start expert like etc. Dr. Anthony etc. He said blah 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 blah. Okay, do you know also suggested good hygiene and quarantine during pandemic? Who? Prophet Muhammad 1300 years ago. Are you sure? So Prophet Muhammad, he taught us hygiene. This guy, he says, Muhammad, if you hear of an outbreak of a plague in a land, do not enter it, but if the plague outbreak out in a place while you are in, don't leave that place. Okay, so Muhammad here, he claimed that he knew that this is a disease which can spread easy between a human being. And then here we will see something very funny about Muhammad. Let us say that this statement is what they are practicing today. But isn't it every human being, he says, I have cold, don't hug me. I have cold, don't get close to me. Cold, just cold, nothing dangerous. Isn't it? This is something everybody knows. You will get sick too. I mean, this is very silly. I mean, this is not a science. This is something a human being knew for centuries and centuries and thousands of years. If you associate yourself with somebody is sick, you will get sick, especially if it's a contagious disease. Now, let us show you the intelligence of a Prophet Muhammad, and you are being the judge. He quote for us this, and supposedly this is the solution which Muhammad suggests. Okay, and so Muhammad is solving the problem. Muhammad is the big problem. He is coronavirus himself. Let us read Muhammad. If we follow his advice, what will happen to us? First of all, Muhammad is a false prophet who he claimed that viruses do not enter cities because there's angels are protecting cities, which is obviously stupid and false, because not long after the city of Medina was infected by the disease which is called the plague, and tens of thousands of people die. Now let us go to Muhammad teaching and hygiene. When you eat, do not wipe your hands till you lick it or had it licked by someone else. I mean, this is alone kind of stop coronavirus. If you are a person in the restaurant or you are going in the street and you have some food in your fingers, please give your finger to somebody else to lick it. And supposedly this is the hygiene of Muhammad. Let us continue. Muhammad explained what is the favor which comes from those diseases. According to the science of Muhammad, favor is something coming from Jahannam, which is a word stolen from the Bible, which Muhammad obviously here proving that he's a thief. So obviously Dr. Muhammad, he knew what he's talking about. It's very scientific and it's true. Actually it's true. I mean, obviously fever is coming from the heat of hell. I mean, isn't it obvious? What's wrong with you? Right? So it is very true. Muhammad, he don't sorry, I should not say Muhammad without saying Dr. Muhammad. I apologize. Not only Dr. Muhammad, scientist Muhammad. Okay, so now we found where the fever is coming from. All right, let us continue with the hygiene of Muhammad, or the medicine of Muhammad. Here we go. Muhammad, he found a medicine for corona. This is the medicine Muhammad, he gave to anyone, to anything, any problem. Look at this. Use this black seed for indeed and contain a cure for every disease except Assam. What Assam? It is death. I mean, look how stupid he is. Every disease except death is death is disease. Abu Hurairah narrated that Allah Messenger said, In the black seed, there is a healing for every disease except the death. And the black seed is Showens. I don't know if this is the correct translation. You can check it out. So now we do not need really to go and find a vaccine or anything for corona. Prophet Muhammad, he found one seed have the solution for any disease, anything. You see, any disease, every disease. Muhammad didn't say this is good for flu. He didn't say this is good for fever, maybe your ear remedy, your eye infect. No. Muhammad is saying clearly this is for every disease, no matter what. Don't give me the name. I don't care. The name of the disease is not important. This is fit for every disease. So why we don't call Trump immediately, who is desperately trying to find a solution for this disease in America, in Italy, in Iran, in Saudi Arabia, in Egypt, people dying left or right, and here we go, the medicine in front of us. Why nobody is calling the doctors, the scientists, tell them that we have the medicine? Any disease. And who's saying that? Dr. Muhammad himself. So there's no way. And remember, Muhammad, he don't say things from his own. According to Muslims, Allah taught him. Muhammad is illiterate. He do not know what he's talking about, supposedly, right? So where did he get this knowledge from? Amazing knowledge, brother. He got it from Allah. And as you see, this is a very strong hadith. Muslims cannot say, oh, this is a rejected hadith. This can solve any disease you want. So please don't worry about corona. Prophet Muhammad, Dr. Muhammad, scientist Muhammad, he found a solution for it. And the funny, he was saying this and he himself is sick. I mean, the guy Muhammad, he's always sick, and he is telling us what is the solution for sickness. Let us continue with the intelligence of the Prophet. Prophet Muhammad, he said that there's nothing called contagious disease. The Prophet SAWS-FM shortwave, long wave, he said, there's no infection, no evil man. By the way, it doesn't say no infection, but no infection, you liar. Go down a little bit, you see the same hadith, different. No infection, doesn't say that. Look at the lies. No transitive disease. Do you see how the translation changed? Just depend who is the translator. So the first two translation, they were trying to hide the lies of Muhammad. They are not saying, it doesn't say what they are saying. So this guy, he don't believe that there is a disease can be contagious, go from a person to person. He believe this is a lie. Yet he believe in good omen and bad omen. And obviously this is very clear science. I mean, we have to agree, right? And as you see, all those hadith are sahih hadith. They cannot say this is not true. But hold on. How Muhammad, he said, don't go to a place, have a disease, and then don't get out from it, because Muhammad is a scam. This guy, he says something, and then he obviously he's a fool, because either you believe that the plague can spread, or you don't believe in it. In this statement, he is saying you cannot believe in this. You cannot believe that you can get sick because of somebody else. Why is that? Because Muhammad, he claimed that all those disease, Allah, he sent it to you no matter what. Allah, he punish people. If you go in the Quran, you will find the Quran saying that Allah is the one who made people sick. Allah don't heal anyone. And this is not metaphorically. All those verses, a Muslim can say this is metaphorically, right? Well, let us say if it's metaphorically, because it says that Allah, he punished people by illness. He punished them. And the funny, Muhammad, he said that if you are a person, let me open a hadith. All right, we found the hadith. Here we go. This is a Muslim website. Islam, questions and answer. The question number is 310767. I'm going to use Google translation as usual because we do not have the English one. So let us do this. In the front of your eyes, I will do Google translation. How Muhammad explained the plague, how the plague happened. Translate. All right. The question is, does the Prophet of Allah says that the plague is from the stabbing of the genie? The plague happened because genie is stabbing you with needles. Answer, yes. And this is the reference for the hadith. They asked Muhammad, what is at-ta'un, which means what is the plague? He said, it is the stabbing of the genie by their needles. قال وَخْزُ أَعْدَاءَكُمْ مِنَ الْجِنِّ. And if you die from it, you are a murderer. So why you are a murderer? Because the genie killed you. So now we understand where the plague is coming from. Because the genies, your enemy, they are the one who is stabbing you. You see, it says here, stab with a spear. So the genie, he have a spear in his hand, and you are walking down a street, and you have no idea, and then the genie, he put the needle in your ass, and then you got the plague. This is the explanation of Dr. Muhammad, and this is very, very scientific. I mean, who can refuse this? Can you? And as you see here, those are the reference of Muslims. This is not mine. Narrated by Ahmad, hadith number 19528. And this is your Muslim website, not my website. And here there's more reference and more hadith, more numbers, etc. So now, as long we found how plague happened, it is genie attacking us by their stab. This is why when you die from plague, you are a murderer. Makes sense. Let us see how we can stay with the amazing teaching of Prophet Muhammad. After Muhammad, he taught us that there's no such a thing, it's called a transitive disease. Then he come with something more nice. Once Muhammad was sick, and here you can tell how healthy Muhammad is, who is advising everybody how to get healthy, but he is the last one to be healthy. If you read with me this hadith is not a comedy, it is serious. Abu Bakr kissed the forehead of the Prophet when he was dead. Aisha said, we put medicine on one side of his mouth. Okay, hold on. The guy is dead and you are putting medicine in his mouth? The guy is not dead. But obviously Muhammad is a dead man. He is always dead. There's one of two solutions here. Either he played dead or he is always sick, so they think he's dead. Aisha added, we put medicine in one side of his mouth, but he started waving us not to insert the medicine in his mouth. Dr. Muhammad, he don't want medicine. He don't want his own medicine, but this is the medicine you're asking them to give to everybody, but he do not want his own medicine. We said he disliked the medicine as patient usually does. But when he come to his sense, so Muhammad was losing his sense. He's a crazy man. Do you see how sick he is? He said, didn't I forbid you from putting medicine by force in the side of my mouth? We said, we thought it was just because a patient usually dislikes medicine. He said, none of those who are in the house but will be forced to take medicine in the side of their mouth. Like, what the heck? So Muhammad was sick, they are trying to help him, he is dying, and they put medicine in his mouth, and now he want to force them, or everybody in the house, that we are going to insert medicine in your mouth. It doesn't matter if this medicine will kill you, it's not good for you, it doesn't matter. Right now, everybody in the house put medicine in their mouths, force them to take medicine. This is Dr. Muhammad advice. All right? And this is Sahih al-Bukhari, as you see. So Dr. Muhammad, he is doing the right thing. We continue. Muhammad is the best man who teach us about hygiene. Muhammad said, if one of you, a piece of his food fail in the ground, don't leave it for the devil. So what we do? Wipe it and eat it. Chapter, it is recommended to lick one finger and wipe the bowl. Huh? What? Lick what? Okay. And eat a piece of food is a drop after removing any dirt from it. So if you are walking down the street right now in Germany and you are biting your sandwich, a piece of your sandwich fell down. What do, brother? You grab this piece of sandwich from the ground, you wipe it, and then you eat it, and then lick your fingers. And this is supposedly the hygiene of a Prophet Muhammad who is going to stop Corona. And listen, you have to eat it with 3 fingers, not with 4 or 5. 3 fingers. Trinity. Prophet Muhammad is the best one who can help you with hygiene and can make you fight Corona. As an example, Muhammad believed that dirty water does not exist. So don't think you will get a disease from water, have somebody is sick with Corona. No. Garbage have Corona. No. Because simply water is always clean. And Muhammad, he used to take a shower always from this filthy water. Read carefully. I passed by the Prophet, PBUH. This is like a degree in science, you know, PBUH. You know, Muhammad is always have to add things behind his name. They worship him. They don't dare even to say his name without saying those things. When he was performing wudu from the well of Buddha, this is why they call it Buddha, because it's garbage. I said, are you performing wudu from when garbage is thrown in it? And here you see the Muslim, they will say to you, brother, that according to scientific method, that if the water coming from the ground is going to be clean, you idiot, stupid, you donkey. First of all, this is not a well of water coming from the ground. This is a dry well. It have water in it because simply this is garbage water. It's like a sewage. The houses, they don't have sewage, so all the water go to this little tiny hole in the ground. And this is dirty water, obviously. This is why people are throwing garbage in it. Remember, we are in the desert. And people, they will not throw garbage in a priceless water unless it's the water already is gone, is bad, is used. So as you see the man, he was surprising, saying to him, are you showering with water which garbage is thrown in it? Muhammad, he come with Corona science. And he said, brother, water is not made impure by anything. So by the science of Muhammad, if you are a person who have a Corona and you go and you take a bath in a bathtub, please don't let the bathtub water go, because 20 people, they come after you and they can use the same water. Even if it does not only have your Corona, garbage, not only garbage, even the hadith says dead dogs and women blood from period and the water stink. Do you see it? The people asked Prophet Muhammad, can we perform ablution of the well of Wadaa, which is well into which menstrual clothed dead dogs and stinking things are thrown in it? He replied, water is pure, not defiled by anything. Now for sure Prophet Muhammad, if he exists right now, or actually if we follow his footstep, for sure we will be saved from Corona. There's no way Corona can affect us. So when this idiot, he lied about Muhammad that he advised us to stop Corona, if we follow the steps of Muhammad, we will be all dead, as he died. And actually, there is tons of hadith where if you read it, you will die laughing. Let us see this one. During the Prophet's fatal illness, he used to recite a Quran, and then he blow his breath over his body. And the funny it says that, and this is during his death. I mean, obviously the medicine of the Prophet was working. You read Quran, and then you breathe over your body. I'm blowing now over my chest. This is how you can fight any disease, any illness. As you see, read with me carefully. During the Prophet's fatal illness, he used to recite the surah An-Nas, which is very funny. It's about envy and blah 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 stupid stuff. And then he blew his breath over his body when his illness was aggravated. I used to recite those two surahs and breathe over him and make him rub his body with his own hands for its blessing. And then they asked Al-Zuhri, how he do it? How he do that? He said, he used to blow on his hands and then he passed them over his face. And now we knew how we can fight Corona. I mean, who don't agree with us? You must be crazy if you don't believe in that. It's obvious. Let us see a different one. I mean, there is endless number. By the way, to find those references we are speaking of, you can freeze the video, type a few words in the search engine, so sunnah.com. Just be sure you are searching for the same exact thing. Like as an example, during the Prophet's fatal illness, he used to recite this. So you type it in Google, you will find the hadith. Very easy. All right. Look at this hadith. I don't know what to say about this one. Some of the companions of the Prophet came across a tribe amongst the tribe of the Arab. And that tribe did not entertain them. While they were in that state, the chief of the tribe was bitten by a snake. He was bitten by what? By a snake. Or stung by a scorpion. They are not sure. They said to the companion of the Prophet, have you got any medicine with you or anybody who can treat with ruqyah? In case you do not know what ruqyah is one of the fictions that you start saying like blah 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 shish kebab hummus halal blah blah blah, and supposedly that will make it work, because remember, this guy, he is not a Muslim to read Quran. The guy is not a Muslim, right? The Prophet companion said, you refuse to entertain us, so we will not treat you unless you pay for us. Look how good the companion of the Prophet are. So they agreed to pay. They agreed to pay. A flock of sheep. One of them, the Prophet companion, start reciting Surah Al-Fatiha and gathering his saliva and is spitting at it. and the patient get cured. Guys, have you ever heard of a story like this? When the disciple, they heal somebody is sick, you have to pay us, okay? If you don't pay us, we will not help you. And then how we heal you? We read Al-Fatiha and then we spit and we put it in your, and supposedly the guy got healed. The patient got cured and his people presented the sheep to them. But they said, we will not take it unless we ask the Prophet whether it's lawful. Now, look how decent they are, you know. And then, when we asked him, he smiled. Muhammad, he smiled. He said to them, how do you know that Surah Al-Fatiha is a ruqya, which means you can read it to heal somebody? Take it, folk of a sheep, and sign a share for me. What a fraud. All right. The funny is that Muhammad himself, he died by poison. So if reading Al-Fatiha will help you from poison, well, why Muhammad did not read Al-Fatiha? As you see, Muhammad himself in his death, he was reading Quran and blowing from his breathing in himself. If we go in the hadith, we will find Muhammad saying it clearly that he died because of a poison he ate, which cut his artery. So if such a thing can heal anyone, Muhammad, he will heal himself first from poison. And here you see how we can get them busted with all the lies they come with. The man himself, he could not heal himself and he died because of a poison. All of this, look at this. This is all the wisdom of a Prophet Muhammad. Obviously, it's endless. I mean, who can beat Dr. Muhammad with his knowledge? Huh? Nobody. So, you know, this is why I say that in the time of Corona, this Corona taught us a lot of things. Like, you should not go to the church in this time. You see, Jesus said, the one who want to pray, he can pray in his closet. Correct? Christian, he should not do things, things will harm others. He should not be selfish. So if you don't care for death, but you should not bring death to others, that is not a Christ teaching. And if you want to pray, you can pray. Jesus said, go to your closet and pray. As simple as that. You can pray in your basement, you can pray in your bedroom, you can pray standing, you can pray even sleeping, you can pray when you are eating, you know. And you do not need to pray, you know, Jesus said, don't be the same as those who repeat their prayer, blah, 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 you know, like Muslims. Don't do that. Don't repeat your prayer. That is not from God and not for God. God, he do not need repeaters. He knew what he want. He knew even your heart before even you say it. So make your prayer simple, faithful, truthful. Few words is better than a million words. You see, in our heart, we pray for everybody, sick or not. But don't make this virus terrify you. Be a believer. You see, I don't like to get sick, for sure. Nobody like to get sick. Nobody like to be tortured by a disease and etc. It's ugly. But don't make the fear of illness kill you before the illness itself. Because the problem is, when we go in fear mode, then our immune system is weak. You know, you remember Muhammad, he says, I was victorious by terror. He said, I was victorious by terror. This is the coronavirus. Muhammad himself. Terror can make you subdued to death. You are terrified already. Your body cannot resist because you are scared, you are terrified. It's like you are saying to your body, I'm dying, I'm dead, that's it. So don't let that happen to you. So if your sister, she have that, encourage her, tell her, even if you have it, you will overcome this. Don't let the terror destroy you, my friend. It's very important to have a spirit of a victory, not a spirit of a defeat. If you have a spirit of a defeat before the battle, you are defeated already. Do you understand me? You cannot fight anything if you are already terrified. A hero, he cannot be a hero if he is scared. Because the one who wants to save me himself is terrified. How he can save me? His knee is trembling. He cannot even walk. So you have to be strong, and you have to encourage yourself, prepare yourself to any situation, because this can happen to any of us. So if you get this virus, don't die before the virus kills you. Because if you go in this way, you are going to die. You will not survive it. You have to be strong. You have to be smart. Faith is extremely important. Even actually, according to science, they say that those who have faith, they survive way more than those who don't. Because there's one of them, his body give up. He have no faith in anything. Look like he want to die. And there's one, he have a lot of faith, and he is surviving. He's fighting. And this is, by the way, for everything, not only about viruses and corona. Failure starts from you believe that you are going to fail. This is when you do fail. The second you feel that, or you convince yourself that you are going to face a failure, this is the time before the failure happens, you fail already. So you have to be careful, stay strong. Even if this ugly virus came to your life, God forbid, don't be terrified and don't be scared. Your faith will help you to overcome a very harsh time. You know, myself, I went through a lot of ugly stuff in my life. A lot of ugly stuff. I should be dead long time ago. Way long time ago. Those who run away from death, they are dead. And the one who never run from it is not. Always your fear chase you. Your fear is your enemy. Number one enemy is your fear. You know, there's people, they cannot walk in the dark. Right? But the dark is not different from the daytime. Except you don't see. So, because you have fear, you are a new person. You are a different person. You are not the person we know in the daytime. Fear, my friend, can change you. Can humiliate you. Can make the big man small, tiny rat. Don't let that happen to you. Anyway, thank you guys for being here. And I will see you maybe tomorrow. God is willing. Christ is Lord. And Islam is getting busted God bless you. Take care. Bye-bye.